Pink, how many of your heroes have you met? Like, I know Madonna was a big influence for you. You admired
Absolutely.
her career. Do you know her? Are you friends with
No.
some of these people? You are not.
Madonna doesn't like me.
A clip of Pink claiming her all-time idol Madonna doesn't like her has been going viral on social media, with fans claiming, considering the fact that Madonna is Pink's biggest inspiration, and she has said so herself, it was surprising that Madonna doesn't like her back. During an appearance on SiriusXM's The Howard Stern Show, the radio host asked Pink if she had ever met with any of her big idols or if she was friends with big stars like Madonna, which she quickly responded matter-of-factly, no. Madonna doesn't like me.
Well, why wouldn't she like
Some
you?
people just don't like me.
How do you know she doesn't?
I don't understand it. No, I do understand it. I'm a polarizing individual.
But Madonna's a polarizing individual.
She is, man. Fuck, I loved her.
While Howard tried to get her to elaborate on the subject, she added that she didn't know why, but that she also knew that some people didn't like her because she is a polarizing individual. Stern then said that Madonna herself was also a polarizing individual, to which the mother of two agreed, all while seemingly thinking back at how she idolized her as a youngster, confessing how much she loved her before explaining why she thinks Madonna doesn't like her. She tried to kind of play me on Regis and Kelly, and I'm not the one, so I didn't work out, she shared, which again prompted the host to try to get at the core of any potential feud between the two stars. What does that mean, she tried to play you? Howard Stern asked.
And so I just said a joke when Regis brought me out. He's like, how does it feel to me? Like, I mean, I heard you're just falling over yourself backstage. How does it feel? I'm like, I thought she wanted to meet me.
Turns out Pink's feels like it's just a silly story where a joke she said must have not sat well with Madonna. She said that when Regis brought her out and asked her if she were falling over herself backstage at a Madonna show, she joked and said she'd thought Madonna wanted to meet her, but unfortunately it didn't work out for them. Stern summed it all up by saying Madonna took the joke personally. After the video went viral, the public had different opinions, with some claiming that Pink was using Madonna for clout to get more transition in her new album, while others claimed that it was so sad that Madonna and Pink were not friends. Regardless of Pink's intentions, it's common knowledge that Pink loves Madonna, and she has voiced her love for her several times.
About Madonna's face, we should be talking about all the badass shit that woman did for the rest of us to come along after her. That's not progress.
Here, a reporter had asked Pink if she had seen change in the industry on how women are viewed, and she claimed that as much as there was progress on how women were being treated, some instances still happened that made her question whether it was pretend progress or mere clickbait. She spoke of an instance where she was being interviewed on her album, and instead of the interviewer asking her question about her album that she had shed sweat and tears over, they'd asked her about Madonna's face. To her, this must have been an insult to both her and her idol Madonna, since that means they were trying to put these women up against each other. Pink also opened up about how she truly feels about Madonna when she made an appearance on What Watch Happens Live with Andy Cohen. During her appearance, Pink was asked about how she feels about Madonna.
What does that mean to you to be up there with her, and what has she given you in terms of inspiration?
Madonna was my...
The pure look of adoration was on Pink's face as she explained how much she adored Madonna, to the point where the latter had become like a god to her. She continued, she's such a force, and she always stood for something, and she always fought for something. It always seemed like she had such a respect for her crew and her dancers and her craft. She was always pushing boundaries, but not just for controversy's sake. It's because it was stuff that she believed in. When asked how she felt that she inspired young old Adele, who attended her show when she was 13, Pink said, I was very moved, especially for her, because that voice. I mean, can you imagine being the person that Adele is sitting in the audience watching? Howard Stern also brought up how there's been chatter for years about possible bad blood between Pink and her former collaborator Linda Perry over the songwriter and producer giving her song Beautiful in 2002 to Christina Aguilera instead of her, even after she lobbied for the song.
Didn't work out.
What does that mean, Pink? She tried to play you.
Well, it's just such a silly story because
Howard Stern said this is the setup to his question, which got a smile or two from Pink, and while Pink was quick to share about there being an issue with Madonna, she didn't seem to have any issues when it came to Perry. The great thing about Linda is she will pull perfection out of you. She did that with Christina. That song ended up where it was supposed to be. Christina sounded incredible on that song because Linda will tell you, FK, you're stupid vibrato. That's what she used to say to me all the time. I sang Phantom of the Opera and Les Miserables. She explained of her style at time. Pink revealed that she had a very complicated relationship with Perry since she had worked with her on 2 of her studio albums as a W writer and also a producer. She worked with Perry on Misunderstood in 2001 and Try This in 2003, and they had become so close to each other. She then shared a story of how she used to trip on acid when she was about 12 or 13 years old while singing Out of the Attic, a Perry song at the top of her lungs, until the cops were called because of her loud voice. I could feel myself in her, she admitted. After sharing that she had to find Perry after that experience as an up-and-coming singer, Pink said she felt betrayed when she went on to work with everybody else because then she became the pop hitmaker, and felt betrayed because Perry was working with other people and so what they had was no longer special. She continued, and everyone was like, "Why the FK are you looking for Linda Perry?" And I was like, "You don't understand. You don't understand. That woman saved my life, and she's so talented, and she went on to be all these things. That was the part that hurt. It had nothing to do with Christina. I had to do with all of it." While Pink comment might not have sat well with Madonna fans, she also previously came under fire for another supposed tip when she spoke with BuzzFeed about her time making the Lady Marmalade music video in 2001. Once again, the public claimed she and Christina Aguilera weren't seeing eye to eye, but she corrected the claim and told people to stop putting women against each other. Pink joined MYA, Lil Kim, and Christina Aguilera, the other singers on the track for Baz Luhrmann's Moulin Rouge, and said that the visual wasn't very fun to make. Pink claimed as she is someone who is all about fun, she wasn't really impressed with the event and there was a lot of fuss and personalities. Pink added that Kim and MYA were nice, but she didn't say anything about Aguilera, so many fans considered the Aguilera exclusion to be some Xtina shade. "Y'all are nuts," tweeted Pink following the online discourse over the possible beef. Xtina had S to do with who was on that song. If you don't know by now, I'm not shading someone by telling it over and over and over what actually happened. I'm 0% interested in your F drama. If you haven't noticed, I'm a little busy selling. Pink did go into detail about the alleged clash, saying they were very young and very new at the whole celebrity thing. She said, "We're just very different. Women have to learn how to support each other. It's not taught to us on the playground." While Pink might feel that Madonna doesn't like her, the possibility could be that she actually adores her because it seems apparently. Pink was originally supposed to be part of Madonna's iconic VMAs performance with Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera. Pink once revealed that Madonna had actually asked her and Gwen Stefani to be part of the infamous 2003 spectacle, during which Madonna individually kissed Aguilera and Britney Spears as Justin Timberlake, who had recently split from Spears, looked on from the audience. "I think we all were invited." Pink recalls, "I think Madonna wanted to kiss all of us. I was in Costa Rica at the time, having all kinds of fun with my boyfriend Carrie Hart. Gwen Stefani was also invited. I remember, it was a bunch of us. It was going to be a party," added the pop star, who's been married to Hart since 2006, grinning slyly. "It would have been a really weird party." A fan said, "LMFAO, my stepdad just said to me that he heard on the internet that Madonna doesn't like Pink and I was like, what? And I shut the front fridge. That's a lie, that's gossip." Then 5 minutes later, I'm watching a video where Pink says Madonna doesn't like her. Another who seemed to know Pink said, "Pink does love Madonna. She gave me a stack of autographed posters when I let her and her dancers have my Madonna DVDs to watch on their bus. As for M and fans, she does get weird about that, and just because you may be famous also, doesn't matter. See truth or dare." Anyways, let's not forget that this video is based on theories and my opinions and should not be considered facts. That's it for this video. Bye!